That was bad. Hi, I am iRed Redux, and sadly, I'm returning this, and I'll tell you why. So one thing that should really matter to you if you're looking for a laptop, at least for me it did, was battery life. This having a 14-core processor from Intel. Well, it has integrated graphics, but the GPUs that are in here, the dedicated GPU, they will only go as fast as they need to go for what they're doing. What that means is they're not going to be super inefficient all the time, only when they're like doing super complex stuff. This has a 3070 Ti in it, and at first I thought it was going to be really good. Turned out it's a bit dialed back from what I would expect it to be, but that's fine. It's a laptop, it's not my main rig, and it's supposed to be like a mini version of my main PC anyway, that I can take with me places. So battery life is one thing that I really do need, and this doesn't really have it. It probably has the highest capacity battery they can possibly have in a laptop that'll allow you to fly on an airplane, which right now is 99.9 watt hours. Anything over 100, you can't take on a plane. But I don't get why people don't just make a laptop with a bigger battery that you aren't allowed to take on an airplane. Because on road trips or anything else, freaking win, that'd be awesome. But no, they don't do that. They're not nice like that. Let's get on to the annoyances. Annoyances of this machine. One, had lights. This is actually a strip of lights. They're not on right now. But when I got this, they were bright blue and they were on all the time. And it was not clear how to turn them off. Now this is a minor annoyance to most people, but for me, you should be clear on what you need to do to turn specific things off. Especially if they're like additional things like RGB and such. I don't need RGB. I don't need it sucking down my battery, and neither do you. Third annoyance. This laptop, as thin and light as it looks, it's actually kind of heavy, and when you carry it, your hand kind of gets dug into by this edge. It's really sharp right here. Ouch. And so what that means is you won't really want to be carrying this thing around a lot. So yeah, but on this edge right here, it's less sharp, but it's still too sharp. And if you want to carry it like this, I don't know what's wrong with you. But all around build quality is actually pretty decent. It's this really weird kind of plastic that is kind of soft, you know? I don't know if anyone's encountered this. I certainly haven't. But it's like this plastic on this remote. This is just a Samsung remote. It's like that, except way softer and way weirder. It's like the back of my phone, except this is plastic and that's actually glass. It has a lot of cooling, which is kind of cool. That was unintentional. But yeah, this laptop, I am astonished at how well this can cool itself, like when at full load. Like, it's incredible. The fans can go pretty high, but they don't need to, and they don't usually. So that's kind of neat. This has a 1440p display, which goes at 240 hertz, which means you can actively see 240 FPS on your video game or whatever you're doing on here. Has Windows 11, which I don't like Windows 11. I think past Windows 7 is when Windows started taking a downfall. Windows 10 is where things really hit shit creek, and Windows 11 just made it all worse. But on this, you kind of have to have it because if you don't, you can't use the efficiency cores in the CPU, which brings its core count to like 6. Anyways, one really cool thing about this laptop is you can go into a panel here, which should open up in a sec. This is on low battery mode, so bear with me. And you can actually change the freaking graphics card that this thing uses, which is freaking amazing. I had a laptop with a dedicated GPU. It had a Ryzen processor with integrated graphics and a 1650 in it. There was no option to do any of this. You could not change what GPU the internal display was actually connected to, which is really annoying and made it really difficult to do stuff on this for me, because if I tried to record with OBS and play Minecraft, Minecraft would just crash because it wasn't actually running on the dedicated GPU, so it just crapped out. I did a few gaming tests on this laptop, and those are actually on my channel right now, so you can go and view them if you want. Click the red button first, then click my channel thingy, and then you just scroll down until you see i7 12700H/3070 Ti. This held up. This held up pretty damn well. And now on to more problems. This trackpad, you can't really see it. It's right here. And the movement keys for most games are right here. Why? There's no reason why they would have to put a trackpad here, right where your palm is gonna be, if you're playing with this keyboard. It's a laptop. You have to know people are gonna use this as a laptop. And how they made that mistake, I have no clue. But even more than that, problems with the keyboard. This keyboard double typed right after I unboxed it. It started double typing out of the box. What? Now, this may be an isolated incident with my unit, but it sounded really wrong. Another thing, this took forever to get here. This took about a month from like order to getting here to actually arrive, which is a huge pain because I couldn't really do much during that time because I was just waiting for this. Balls. And I know some people are gonna say, hey, the world is moving away from this, but there's only one USB type A port, and that's really sad. Because on my laptop, I actually have two USB drives shoved in the side of it, all the time, because I have stuff on those USBs that I'd rather not put on the boot drive of that MacBook. So I just have two USB drives, one 128 gig and one 512 gig shoved in the side of it at all times. Unless I need to plug something else in, which is still annoying. But having to deal with one type A? Nah. Nope. This does have two USB type C's though. But will you want to use them? I don't know. What is that? Oh, that's a screw. Okay. This also has a headphone jack. Of course, why wouldn't it? And then the power plug thingy. Some vents for cooling. More vents. Right there. Screen's pretty thin, so yeah, that's a thing. The whole thing's actually kind of thin. Let's get a MacBook in here for a comparison. So here's the Alienware, and here's the MacBook. As you can see, pretty good. And yeah, here's the two USB ports shoved in the side. Yes, that is a missing foot. Shut up. This only lasts like 1 hour, which is good for like moving from place to place, but not for like continued usage at a specific location without like an outlet nearby. You kind of have to bring the charger. I'll show you that really quick. Now, this charger is kind of long, but not long enough for some locations. Like, I tried to plug it in on an outlet right next to where my camera is right here, but it wasn't long enough. It's literally like 3 feet, but it's in midair. This thing does kind of get warm, but you kind of gotta expect that. This is a 240... I can't see shit. You can't see shit either. It's a 240 volt, 240 watt power supply. This thing does come out. This thing does not. Don't pull that out, you'll break it. And now the experience of using this thing, I'd say are pretty decent, but if you're gonna get annoyed by this trackpad, which I certainly was, just the trackpad and the keyboard alone was enough to ruin it for me. But I had a few other annoyances with this product. Mainly the battery life, having to use a 512 gig SD card instead of one of my USBs. There it is, right in there. But yeah, other than that, I've produced quite a few videos on this already, and it's actually pretty decent. And I don't know if this is the best case scenario or what, but I'm returning this and I'm gonna get either an Asus ROG one, or I'm going to get an MSI gaming laptop. They both have 3080s in them. Or no, the MSI one would have a 3070 Ti still. It would basically be this, but with twice the RAM. This has RAM soldered to the motherboard. Why? But I will say though, for sake of applause, this has DDR5 and it goes to 4800, I'm pretty sure. So, pretty damn good RAM, but it's soldered to the damn thing. So yeah, that concludes my video on the, an Alienware x15R2. Hope you enjoyed. If you do enjoy these kind of techies type of videos, I will make more no matter what, but if you really do like them, please click the red subscribe button and leave a like so I know you do, and I'll make more, even more than I would be normally. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you in the next video or live stream, whatever that may be. See you guys.